Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, September 4th, 2025. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. I went to the Eastport Civic Association's forum last night and again learned absolutely nothing new from the three mayoral candidates. However, it was good to hear from the aldermanic candidates. They will not face off until November because neither has a primary. But the biggest clap last night was when Frank Thorpe said he was not in favor of any more restaurants in Eastport. And I got to be honest, I didn't know that they were all riled up about that. Anyhow, here is your OMG fact for the day. The hairdryer was the offspring of two unrelated inventions, the vacuum cleaner and the blender. And I'm not really getting the connection there, but I read it on my OMG calendar, so it must be true. Anyhow, we do have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? The Maryland State Police and Prince George's County Police are investigating the death of a woman discovered along Route 50 in Annapolis on August 31st. Troopers from the Annapolis Barrack were dispatched around 5 p.m. for a disabled vehicle and instead found the woman unresponsive in a grassy area nearby. Investigators say that the vehicle was not connected to her, and an autopsy is pending to determine the cause of death. There may be a link to a missing persons case in Prince George's County. State and Prince George's County Police remain on the case, and anyone with information is urged to contact the PG County Police. Now, you may ask, why not Anne Arundel County? Well, Route 50 is actually the jurisdiction of the state police, and when the body was believed to have been connected to a missing persons case in PG County, the state police brought them in. Every 3 years, the Community Foundation of Anne Arundel County publishes its Poverty Amidst Plenty report, and this year's edition doesn't shy away from any of the harsh truths. The 2025 study shows that despite Anne Arundel's wealth, too many residents are still falling through the cracks. The report highlights 6 major areas: demographics, the economy, children and youth health, behavioral health, and social detriments that tie them together. Among the findings, rents are up nearly 20% since 2019, Brooklyn Park has been labeled a child care desert, and mental health needs are spiking across all ages. Food deserts persist, transportation gaps remain stubborn, and every waterway in the county is impaired by stormwater runoff. The big 3 challenges, housing, transportation, child care, are still with us, now joined by a 4th, mental health. As one resident put it, we're not seeing this so-called good economy in our grocery bills or anywhere else. We have a detailed breakdown of the report and the full 120-plus page report at eyeonannapolis.net. And somewhat related, and perhaps timed accordingly, a new digital tool from the county allows Anne Arundel residents to see how their community stacks up against others in the county. It's called the Community Wellbeing Index, and it compiles data from agencies like the Census Bureau, CDC, and FEMA to score communities on prosperity, health, security, and access. Residents can type in their own address to see how their neighborhood performs, compare it to others, and even break down results by race and ethnicity. The lowest scoring areas are near Laurel and Odenton, while Severna Park and Arnold earned top marks with a perfect score of 100. County officials say that the tool will help identify gaps and direct resources where they are most needed, and for residents, it's a way to see what's possible, or maybe to confirm what you already suspected about your commute, grocery options, or sense of security. 10 Maryland public high schools have landed among the top 500 in the country in the U.S. News & World Report's 25-26 Best High Schools ranking. Here in Anne Arundel County, Severna Park High made the cut at 384, and while not making the top 500, several other county high schools were listed, including South River at 839, Broadneck at 913, Crofton at 1380, Chesapeake, Science Point, and Arundel High were also on that list, but I don't know their ranks because I didn't want to pay for this single story. The rankings reflect improvements across Maryland schools as post-pandemic performance rebounds. For families, it's a snapshot of where academic opportunities are strongest and maybe a point of pride or motivation depending on where your alma mater landed. You want to be sure to catch our local business spotlight this weekend. This week, we are speaking with Paws and Possibilities, all about training your pup. That's going to drop at noon on Saturday. And in closing, one of the best ways to keep up on the local news is the Daily News Recap email. That goes out at 7 p.m. every single day. It is free. It is paywall free. And here is a link right here in the show notes for you to sign up. And please feel free to let your friends, family, and colleagues all know about it as well. And that is a wrap. As always, thank you for being you, and a thank you to the sponsors for today's Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, Fish for a Cure, Interim Healthcare of Annapolis, and the Annapolis Powerboat and Sailboat Shows. All right, so now you just need to sit back because your eye on Annapolis local weather is on deck, and Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace is here with this week's Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minute. All of that's coming your way, so hang tight.
Fish for a day, party for a night, all for a great cause. Don't miss Fish for a Cure's 19th annual fishing tournament and shore party, Saturday, November 1st at Safe Harbor, Annapolis. Register to fish and raise funds for the Cancer Survivorship Program at Luminous Health Anne Arundel Medical Center's Gayton and Joanne D. Cesaris Cancer Institute. All funds raised directly benefit cancer patients and their families. Register your boat or get your shore party ticket for fishforacure.org. Again, that's fishforacure.org. Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Good morning and welcome to your daily weather update. Today, we're looking at a mix of sunshine and clouds with the afternoon turning breezy. Late afternoon thunderstorms are possible in spots, so keep that umbrella handy or at least maybe tucked within reach. Highs are going to reach about 82 degrees, easing back to about 67 overnight. Moving on to tomorrow, the weather turns mostly sunny and decidedly humid. You can expect a high near 85 and a muggy low around 70. Perfect for a cold drink or better yet, two. Then on Saturday, we're looking at more of that humidity. Clouds and sun will alternate throughout the day, but be on alert. Afternoon thunderstorms are possible. Plan accordingly if you are headed outside. Highs are going to hover around 84 degrees with lows dipping to about 70. Now, as we look ahead, we are in for a refreshing cool down. Sunday brings lower humidity and cooler highs near 74 with plenty of clouds and a chance of storms. Monday stays pleasant and sunny at about the same high, and Tuesday brings a balance of clouds and sun with high near 75. Overnight lows in that period are going to dip into the low 60s, making for crisp, comfortable mornings. And someone told me last night that the Capital Weather Gang has deemed summer gone. They said that it's all based on when there is no chance for 3 consecutive days reaching 90 degrees, and apparently they don't feel that's going to happen. I'm hoping that's right. I love the fall. Anyhow, that is your weather update, and I will be back tomorrow morning with another one.
When someone you love needs care at home, you want more than just help. You want trusted support from people who truly care. That's where Interim Healthcare of Annapolis comes in. Locally owned and serving seniors in Anne Arundel, Baltimore, Charles, Prince George's, and Queen Anne's counties. Interim Healthcare of Annapolis offers personalized in-home care that's flexible, reliable, and compassionate. From Alzheimer's and dementia care to assistance with bathing, dressing, fall prevention, transportation to appointments, and even 24-hour care. Interim of Annapolis also offers respite care to give family caregivers a much-needed break. With Interim Healthcare of Annapolis, you get the backing of a trusted national network and the heart of a hometown provider. Call Art Dandridge at 443-808-1003 or visit interim.com/Annapolis to learn more. That's interim.com/Annapolis. Interim Healthcare of Annapolis. Personalized service at home, peace of mind, and always there when you need care. Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. On Sunday, check out the First Sunday Arts Festival down the first block of West Street and around the corner on Calvert. They have lots of great local vendors, music and food trucks, and all kinds of fun stuff going on. At London Town Gardens down in Edgewater, Sunday, check out their upcycling workshop where you can make your own paper. And then on Tuesday, they have a homeschool program called Colonial Espionage with codes, ciphers, and clues. They have a morning and afternoon session for ages 6 through 12 and a morning session for middle schoolers ages 11 through 14. At Art Farm in Annapolis, today, the fall session of the Creative Circle monthly meetup starts. Take some time for yourself to work on creative endeavors with fun, like-minded people, or you can follow a theme and prompt from Kate. On Sunday, check out their Vibe Flow and Chill Yoga. Tuesday, there's an intermediate weaving workshop, as well as drawing and illustrating a journey through creative mediums. And then on Wednesday, there's First Exposure Digital Photography. And registration is open for more adult workshops, including figure drawing, art and meditation, mixed media, and others. And Art Farm's Kids Fall Camps are here. Today, they have watercolor, liquid acrylic, and ink for grades 7 through 10. Monday, there's a kids' art school for ages 4 through 5, as well as one for grades 1st through 3rd. Also on Monday, there's a fashion design workshop, sketching and conceptualizing, for grades 6 through 9. On Tuesday, they have a kids' art school for grades 4 through 6, as well as one for grades 1 through 3. And then on Wednesday, they have drawing and painting for grades 4 through 6, as well as hand-drawn comics for grades 3 through 5. And there's more kids' art camps coming up soon, including ones involving art and identity, teen photography, podcasting, and more. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today, Brooklyn Park has steam and snacks, and Glen Burnie has a Thursday night art club. Tomorrow, Linthicum has Little Explorers Making Art. Saturday, Crofton has Ask a Master Gardener. Severna Park has a pre-K process art. And Mountain Road has Paint Like Fernando Lort. On Monday, Odenton has Friends in Fiber Arts. On Tuesday, Glen Burnie has Little Artist Process Art. Severna Park has Stitchin' in the Stacks, with an afternoon and an evening edition. Maryland City has a teen art club. Bush Annapolis has Mocktails and Makerspace. And Severn has an open craft night. And then on Wednesday, Bush Annapolis has the Nature Explorers Club. And Eastport Annapolis Neck has a cookbook club, focusing on fresh herbs. And then at Unallocated Space in Millersville, tonight they have a virtual happy hour. Tomorrow they have a Hack the Box working group. Monday they have their weekly project night. Tuesday they have Queers and Beers and other tasty drinks. An inclusive open house with tasty beverages. Wednesday they have a Locksport night with Maryland Tool, as well as their weekly open house. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or need these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And where they're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
It's almost time for Annapolis to shine as the sailing capital of the U.S. with not one, but two incredible boat shows coming to town. First up, the Annapolis Power Boat Show, October 2nd through the 5th. Walk the docks and climb aboard the Mid-Atlantic's largest display of power boats. Everything from sleek center consoles and wake boats to trawlers and cruisers. Step inside a working U.S. Navy Yard Patrol training vessel. Take a spin straight from the demo dock and shop the latest gear, gadgets, and marine tech. Don't miss Brokerage Cove, where pre-owned boats are priced to move. Add in food, drinks, live music, and plenty of expert advice. It's the perfect fall day on the water. Then 1 week later is the Annapolis Sailboat Show, October 9th through the 12th. The world's largest sailboat show, right in the heart of America's sailing capital. Tour hundreds of monohulls, multi-hulls, and blue water cruisers in Ego Alley and beyond. Check out the latest sails, rigging, and navigation systems, or take part in classes and on-water workshops like the First Sail Experience. Meet world cruisers, stock up on sailing gear, and soak up that legendary waterfront vibe filled with music, food, and salty stories. Two world-class shows, two unforgettable weekends. Tickets and info for both are available now at AnnapolisBoatShows.com. AnnapolisBoatShows.com. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.